So now, as you can see, whenever I click on the button here, whenever I click on a read more button, it's going to take me to the single article page, but it's not displaying the full article and the information about the article. And the reason, of course, is because I did not work on this. I did not work on that yet. Let me start working on this. So let me here, instead of returning HTTP response, what we need to do is that we need to access the data. Remember here in the index, I stored the data I stored the article title and the article content in a input that has a name of title and another one that has a name of content. So we need to access these two. To access these two, what we need to do here is that in this function, we need to use the get function to get these two. So what I'm going to do here in this function is that I'm going to say here, instead of returning HTTP response, I'm going to remove this completely. And then I'm going to say here, I'm going to say request.post, because this is a post request. Remember, this is a post request. And then I'm going to say .get. And then what I need to get is that I need to get the title. I need to get this title, which has a name of title. The second thing that I want to get is the content. I'm going to say request.post.get content. And I need to store these two in variables. So I'm going to store the one in a variable called title. Title is going to be equal to request.post.get title. The second one is going to be content. Content is going to be equal to request.post.get content. Now we need to pass these two to a new page. So I'm going to say here return, and then request, and then render, and then I'm going to pass the request, and then I'm going to pass the name of the file that I want to use. So I'm going to say blog / single _ article .html, but I did not create this yet. Let me create this now. Here I'm going to create a new file in the templates in the blog. I'm going to right click, and then I'm going to say new file, single article .html. And now in the views here, we need to pass the title and the content. And to pass them, we just need to say comma, and then we need to say title, and content. Title is going to be title, and content. And that's it here for this views. Here in the single article, what we need to do is that we need to copy the code from the index, because I don't want to repeat myself. So I'm going to copy the complete code, and then I'm going to paste it in the single article. However, we need to remove many things. First, I'm going to remove this for article. We don't need this for, because we don't have a loop. And I'm going to also remove this end for, and I'm going to also remove this form. We need to remove this form completely. And instead, what we want to do is that we want to access the title and the description without using the article, because the title and the content are stored in keys, in these keys, in the title and the content. So we need here to say title, just title, and here we need to say this content, just content. And don't forget to remove this source. Let me remove this source because we don't have the image for now. Let me save, and let me now head on over to the browser to test. Now in the browser, let me go back and refresh the page. I'm going to first refresh, and then I'm going to click on read more of one of these stories. For example, this one. I'm going to click on this. If I click on read more, as you can see, it's going to take me to a new page, and here we have a problem. It says none and none. So obviously let me here go back and let me refresh, obviously because I did not refresh. Let me here refresh, and let me try one more time.